HOD Creatives, welcome back to my channel. Where are your old Sego Gele? Bring them. Let's make this beautiful and lovely turban cap you are seeing right here on your screen. It's made from old Sego Gele. So if this is something you know you would love to learn, you have to watch this video to the end. And if you are not subscribed to this channel, I still don't know what you are waiting for. Please do well to hit the subscribe button and let's get right into the class. Welcome back. So this is the material we are going to be using, old Sego Gele. Like I said earlier, we are going to be using old Sego Gele. This gele you are seeing right here on your screen is over 15 years. So, and this is what we are going to be using. So you need your old Sego Gele, and also you need a foam, an ½ inch foam. This foam is not up to ½ inch, but you can get an ½ inch foam. Is very okay. And let's get right. Those are just the materials you need. Then you need your candle gum and your tape rule, then your pins. So let's get right into the measurement we have on the table. The first measurement we have is the turban base. That's the cap, the base of the cap. So what we have here is 27 inches for the width, and the length is 18 inches for the length. That is just the length of the Sego Gele. It's not more than 18 inches. So that's that. The next we have here is what we are going to use for the pleats. So you can use 4 pleats, you can use 5 pleats, and I was able to get only 3 pleats from this old Sego Gele, just 3 pleats. So the first one measures 25 inches, and I cut out 2 of that. And the second one measures 28 inches. It measures 28 inches, and I cut out 1, but you can cut out 2 or 3. You understand? This pleats you can have up to 4 or 5. I have just 3 because the Sego Gele is not that long. So the next piece we have here is for the twist on it, and we have 40 inches by 5 inches. 40 inches by 5 inches, and I cut out 2. 40 inches by 5 inches, I cut out 2 of it. Now I didn't remember to make tell you the width of this. The width is just 3 inches by 25 inches, and the other one is 28 inches. So now this piece is for the handle, just to tie it, to make it firm on your head. And I have 10 inches by 1.5. 10 inches by 1.5 is just for the handle. You can make it longer than that, but I get that 10 inches is okay, and you cut out 2 of it. That's all. So the next thing is the foam that we are going to use. So these are the foams we are using. So the first one here is 4 inches for this, and the length is 5 inches. The length is 35 inches, and I cut out 2. Remember, the 2 piece we cut for it is 40 inches. So you are going to reduce it. You are not going to cut the same thing with the fabric. Your foam is going to be shorter than the fabric. So the other one here is 24 inches. 24 inches, and I cut out 2 of it. And the other one is 26 inches, and I cut out 1. The 26 inches is 1, while the 24 inches is 2. The 26 inches is 1, the 24 inches is 2. The foam is shorter than the fabric. The foam and the fabric cannot be the same length. We don't need it to get to the end of each side. So the next thing you are going to do now is to pleat the base. You don't need much pleat. 3 pleats is okay because it's a turban cap. So 3 pleats is okay. So you just fold it, pleat the first one, pleat the second one, and then you pleat the third one. And remember that the width is not wide, it's not much, so you don't need too much pleat. By the time you are done, you should have everything you have here should not be less than 13 inches. It should not be less than 13 inches. 13 inches or 12.5 is okay, but it should not be less than that after you are done with your plaiting. And 3 pleats is perfectly okay. So the next thing is to take this to sewing machine. You just stitch it all the way down. That's 40 inches length. You stitch it all the way down, then you bring it out from the right side. You fold it to the wrong side, stitch it all the way down, and bring it to the right side. So I'll just go ahead and sew, and this is what we have. When I was done, I've gone ahead to make my pleats, and as you can see, I make 3 pleats only. And after, when I was done with the pleat, I just fold it into 2, as you can see, and I stitch all the way down. I stitch it all the way down. I just stitch it, and I put my my handle. That's what you're seeing on the screen, the handle. I added my handle, and I was done with this. It's very simple, just the same way we make our turban base. It's just the same way, nothing serious. You have to make sure this turban base is 27 or 28 inches so that it can enter the head, because if you make it 25 or 24, it might not enter the head because it does not have opening, except you want to open it at the back, or you want to put elastic at the back, which is possible, right? Which is also possible. So this is what we have. You just go ahead and run your gather stitch, and we are done with the base. It's very simple and very, very easy to make. So as you can see, we are done with the base, right? So just go ahead and turn it to the right side, and that's it. Then you can see this, I've gone ahead to sew, and I turn it to the right side. So the next thing is to take your foam, and we are going to insert it into that piece that we sew. So you're just going to look for a pieces and tie it to the edge of the foam. Then you take your safety pin and pin the pieces, not the foam. You are pinning the pieces, not the foam. Then you go ahead and insert it so that you'll be able to insert it easily. You understand? You'll be able to insert it into the fabric easily. So you just go ahead and insert it. You fold the foam into 2, and the foam is going to be folded into 2 inside. Remember, we cut out 5 inches for the width of this piece, 5 inches by 40 inches. So when we sew it, we have 4 inches left. When we sew it, we have 2 inches, sorry. When we fold it into 2 and sew, we have 2 inches left. And the foam we cut out 4 inches. If you also fold the foam, you have 2 inches. So I don't know if I'm making sense, but that's just it. So I'm done inserting it, and you just go ahead and remove your safety pin, and also lose out the pieces you tied on it. Then if you have any excess, just like mine, go ahead and cut it out and push in the rest, and I'm done with the 2. Then the next thing is to bring the 2 edge together. Make sure you push the foam inside, push it inside, then you pin, and you go ahead and stitch it down just like that. That's that. So set that aside. We'll go ahead to do the pleats. So this is the pleats. We are not sewing that, we are gumming it. So you go ahead and just apply your gum. Sorry, that's the right side. So we turn it to the wrong side. You're turning it to the wrong side. So turn it to the wrong side, apply your gum, and then you gum it at the middle, just the way you're seeing. Gum it at the middle of the fabric all the way down. You gum it first. Yeah. So when you're done gumming, then you start bringing the 2 edges together. You just fold it on each other like so. It's as simple as that. Just continue that way. You apply your gum, you fold, and it's very simple. Just go ahead and repeat that for the whole 3 piece. If it's 3 pieces you have, if it's 4, if it's 5, go ahead and repeat the same process for it. Right. I hope you are following. It's very easy to make, very simple. Yeah. So just continue like so till you get to the end of the fabric. If you have watched this video to this point and you have not subscribed to this channel, please do well to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, so that when I post video every week, you'll be the first to be notified that new tutorials is up, right? So please support me, drop your comments, like and share. Okay, so go ahead and repeat the same thing for the other piece you have. Yeah, okay, so when you are done with this, you pick your base, you get the midpoint of your base, you fold your base into two, just the way you are seeing on the screen. You get the midpoint and you mark it. When you're done marking, you go ahead and also pick the first or the smaller ones. Remember, we have two measurements, 25 inches 2 and then the 27 inches 1. So you go ahead and apply your gum and you gum it. If it's needle and thread you want to use, you go ahead and use your needle and thread. Now take note of this first one. I'm facing the wrong side up and the right side down. I'm facing the wrong side up, the right side down. That's for this first one. Okay, so you go ahead and apply your gum and you gum it all the way down to the other side. Repeat the same thing for the other side. Just go ahead and gum it all the way down. And if it's needle and thread you are using, just go ahead and tack your needle and thread. Just tack it down from one side to the other side. Okay, yeah, so this is the first split. The first, is it pleat or layer? Let's call it layer. That's the first layer. Then you take your second layer. Now for this second layer, you are going to be facing the wrong one down, then the right one up. Okay, you're facing the wrong one. Oh sorry, this one is the long one. That one is supposed to be on top. So yeah, so you're facing the wrong side inside and the right side up, unlike the first one that we face the wrong side up and the right one inside. I don't know if you are getting what I'm doing. Just watch it. So just go ahead and gum all your layers down. Any amount of layers you're using, it's advisable to use from 4 upwards, as in 4 layers upward, maybe 4, 5, depends on how high you want it. And if you're someone that does not like high caps, then 3 is fine, but I feel from 4 upward is much better. Yeah, so just go ahead and gum all your layers down, gum all of them down just the way you're seeing on the screen. Just go ahead and gum them down. Okay, so when you are done, you remove it from wherever you placed it. Then you press it down. Press it very well. You press it very well so that if it's gum you are using, it will gum properly. You press it down very well. Press it all the way around. You press it all the way around. And if it's needle and thread, well, of course you tack it very well, tack it properly. Okay, yeah. So then this is our pleat, our twist. Then you go ahead and twist just the way you are seeing on the screen. You twist and twist and twist and twist. The twist should not be too tight and it should not be too loose. On the average, it should not be too tight and it should not be too loose, just on the average. Yeah, so when you're done, you go ahead and tack the end of the twist so that it will not lose back. Go ahead and tack it. So when you're done tacking, you secure your thread properly. Then You just check and arrange whatever needs to be arranged, then you place it on your cap and you gum down. So you can gum, you can go ahead and tack it directly, but I like to gum to just keep it in place first. Then I'll now go ahead and use my needle and thread to tack it down. So I'll just use the gum to keep it in place first, so that it will not be moving around when I'm tacking. Yeah, so that's just what I'm doing here. I'm trying to gum it down first before the tacking, because this part you have to tack. You cannot rely on the gum alone, because the gum they are selling these days does not gum very well. So if you use gum, always also use your needle and thread to secure it properly, because that gum alone cannot secure it very well. You cannot secure it, no. So just go ahead, just the way you are seeing on the screen, and you gum and gum all the way to the other side of the cap. Yeah, so if you are going to be trying this, please let me know in the comment section. If you are going to be trying it with any of your old Sego Gele, let me know in the comment section. Okay, yeah, so when you're done, you just go ahead and pick one end, you tack one end to the other end, just the way you are seeing on the screen. You tack one end to the other end, okay? And if you want to add handle, you can just go ahead and cut any handle and add. If you don't want to tack it together the way you are seeing, you can add your handle separately just to tie it at the back. You can do that, but I don't have enough Sego. That is why I'm closing the back this way. So if you have enough, you can go ahead and cut out another handle and put it, and just so you can easily tie it at the back. But with this method too, you can easily wear it. It's also very easy to wear. Okay, yeah. So when you're done, you cut out your thread and you pick a pieces just like this, and you just go ahead and sew it, stitch it all the way down, bring it to the right side. So the measurement I have there is just 3 inches width, and the length is 5.5 inches. 3 inches width and the length is 5.5 inches. So I'm just going to be using my gum to just cover it, to just gum it instead of taking it to the sewing machine to sew. So I'll just go ahead and use my gum, and when you're done, you just wrap it around that part that you sew. Just go ahead and wrap it around it. You can use your needle and thread to tack it down, or you use your gum, but I'm still going to use my gum to secure it. Later I'm going to tack it with my needle and thread, but first I'll use this gum to secure it. So you just cover it at the back like so. That's it. Then you use your needle and thread to secure it properly. Yeah, so can you see? It's very easy to make, very simple. Then you go in with your needle and thread and tack it all the way around from the beginning to the end. You tack it properly. You tack it to the base. You tack very well. And when you're done tacking, this is what you should have. This is so beautiful. It is very, very lovely and also very easy to make. Like I said earlier, if you're going to be trying this with one of your old Sego Gele, let me know in the comment section. And if you would like to send me your work for correction or whatsoever, just check around anywhere. You will see my WhatsApp. Anywhere around my video, you will see my WhatsApp number. You can go ahead and send me your work. So Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.